My name is Ron LeBlanc, and I'm an international gem hunter. My partner Diane and I explore the world looking for gemstones, and this is the story. Oh, hi, you doing? Look, I just want to talk a little bit about haggling. It's very, very tricky. People have different ways of haggling, like roads to Rome. They get there, but they get there in a different way. My own way is I don't bring one way or another to it. I'm trying to sensitive of the environment I'm in. If you've got a woman and a man, they're looking to get rice. You know, they're hungry, it's a different thing. You're a bit more empathetic. You're easier. If it's some hard guy that's really bugging you, then you fight back much harder. If you're in a macho countries and macho places, to be a little generalizing, when I'm in Colombia, I'm much tougher. You know, they used to call me Il Bastardo, the bastard, because I'd be very, very tough because I had to meet kind of the heavy with the heavy. But when I'm in softer places, and depending on the circumstances, sometimes I'm with a friend of mine who I really, really trust. And so I know the price, so I said, don't go crazy up. And if someone goes crazy up, then I go crazy down. And if it's too far up, I say, screw you, get the hell out of there. But a lot of people say, I've got my price and that's what I'm going to do, and that's it. I think that's generally a mistake. And secondly, you have to understand that you're in a game, and both people want to play the game, and there is a price that's going to be okay for both. And you're trying to get to okay. Now, in my case, I'm trying to push the okay towards my advantage in somewhat, but I want to leave a little bit of the food for the other person as well. So I stop a little short of that, and when I'm satisfied with what I've got, or I'm sensing it, I'm in the groove, I know that's the right price, I pull back. But I adjust myself accordingly. But a lot of people do it like a zero-sum game, and I really dislike that. Meaning that somebody has to lose to the other person to win. You don't need to do it that way. You can get close. You can get the advantage, get the best thing, but you don't have to burn the other person. And you shouldn't be a bully. If you're seeing someone's hungry and they really can't afford it, but they're going to take it anyways because they're desperate, like you can't, you should withhold your power over them and understand that. Secondly, if I see a couple, a man and a woman, quite often it's the woman that's taking care of the meat and potatoes and the children and everything else. I talk to her in particular because I know at the end of the deal, she's the one that's going to actually make the decision. So there's a couple of different ways of going about it. And secondly, what I'm really trying to do all the time is they're trying to sell me a gem, so they want that gem in my mind. And I always want them to keep thinking of the money. If I can get them to keep thinking of the money, sometimes I'm looking at the money, sometimes I'm mentioning the money. But if they get the money in their mind, then I've got the advantage over them. But if I'm thinking of the gem, I need the gem, then they've got me. So, and secondly, you've got to be able to walk away. But before all that, you've got to know what is the ground you're on. So, for instance, if you're going to Tanzania, you need to get local intelligence. What is the price of the market? You have to figure out what the price is. What is the price first? Secondly, are there any bandits in there? Are there any synthetics in the market? So get the intelligence. Do you trust the guy or don't you trust the guy? So you need all that before you even begin. And if you know you're going into a pool full of synthetics, you got to pull out the instruments. If you know it's not a friend, then you have to be careful, keep your eyes open, or somebody else to keep their eyes open for you. So anyways, but once you're in the negotiation, I like to really figure out where I'm at. And quite often for me, I'm lucky because I trust the guy. I've dealt with him before. I trust him. He's not going to gouge me. So I make sure he won't go really high. He'll get down to the market, and then we'll twiggle around for 10 or 15% or something like that. And I can leave it or not leave it. When I'm happy and he's happy, and I don't mind being a little kind. And when I'm pissed off, I'm very vicious. I'll roll in the mud with them. But another thing is that when you're negotiating, it's always them. If they give you a figure it's high, you never come back with another figure, ever. You wait and say, no, I can't, it's too much. No, you got to come my way. You say, you got to come my way. And then the second time they come, then you can get in. Never venture, never put a price out that you cannot support. You might get it at that price, but never let them. If they're going high, they got to start coming down your way. You got to have that trajectory. They're coming down before you put in a price, all right? And see, a lot of people, they put in their, well, I'll give you 500. No, don't even shut up. If they're too high, they got to come down. And if they're still too high, wait again. No price. I'm not even going to start with you, because it's always halving, right? If it's 15 and you say, no, it's too high, and I know it should be for 500, and unless he's got to come down. When it's 12, no, don't say a word. Don't say a word, because if he says 12 and you're at 5, then they're always going to, they believe, and it's logical that you'll meet them halfway. So make sure that halfway is lower down. Again, well, no, I'm not going to pay you a thing, down to 1,000. All right, now 1,000, I want to get to 5. I know where the halfway is. Then you start, and you have to go with smaller parts. Everybody goes 500s. So, 500, 2,500, 1,500. Why? Why not 1,725? So start getting smaller things, because, you're going to have to give more. If you're in bigger chunks, you have to give more, right? So anyway, when you're haggling is really, really important. And if you think you can haggle, the most tightest haggler in the world I've met, two I've met. One in Turkey, somebody selling tomatoes. That woman was vicious. I would never be able to beat her. And another one in Morocco, trying to sell me a carpet. My God, these people have been around centuries. So your little buy at the Eaton Center or at Costco's, because you save 10%, and you're going to go into their world, and they've seen you for thousands of years. These people are sophisticated. Sorry, by the way, I'm talking to the light rather than you. Okay. But so don't even think you're going to take advantage of the third world, because they are much more shrewd. They've seen you 1,000 years. When we were in trees, these people were having people coming through their land. All right? So they're very, very sharp. And so anyways, haggling to me is first get all the intelligence in place. What's happening in the market? What are the price? Then and sometimes if you're frightened to haggle, find out what's in the market and never pay more than that. And you can start to stick. If you're frightened, you can stick to the amount that you can pay. The market's paying that. You found out through your intelligence, which is gathering stuff. So stick to it if you don't want to play back and forth. But remember, it's a game, a serious game, and they want to play. No one's going to be sitting on the street selling eggs if it's not fun. It's a game. It's all a game. Anyway, so my idea is, if you forget about I got the contacts, I don't have to haggle. You always have to haggle. If you can't do it, then don't do it. Rest on the collection of data, what the price should be, and just stay there. That's okay too. Anyways, this is a tiny thing. We'll talk again about haggling again, but there's so many bad ones out there that drives me crazy, People that jump in too quickly, people that are inflexible, people that don't know where they are, and people that think they know what they're doing, and people that are bullies and try to pick on people. This is horseshit. We're in the game, we're in relationships, right? And you want to go back there? If you're talking big stones, I'm talking big stones now. Now, if you want to run around with chicken feed and screw around, that's okay. But you're talking about big stones. You need big something to be there. And you need confidence. And confidence comes with experience, or if you don't have experience, know the market and stick to your price. Is okay. But I'm in there haggling for a little bit more than that. Anyways, I'll talk again about haggling. I think it's really important. And I think my own talents lie mostly in that. I can haggle. I'm a lousy seller, but I'm a very good buyer because I can haggle like crazy. But I'm not mean like I used to be. Now, if I get the price, I'm happy, and I leave more on the table than I used to. I think that's the way to be. Thank you. And by the way, it was fun talking to the light, but it's better talking to you.